Happy Valentine's Day. This is a study on love and lovers. This is from the Bible. I compiled all the instances of love in my website at wheresciencemeetsreligion.blogspot.com. Song of Solomon 1:2. Love is better than wine. Love is better than addiction, better than wine. How about Song of Solomon 2:4? He brought me to the banqueting house, and his banner over me was love. This is a one for all you domestic violence survivors and survivors of family abuse. 1 John 4:8. 1 John 4:18. There is no fear in love. Okay, so if you're in fear, you're not in love. Okay, there's no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear. Because fear has torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love. Okay, the word love is in there 6 times. Proverbs 15:17. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than stalled ox and hatred therewith. Okay, so it's better to eat weed where love is than meat where there's hatred. Okay, Song of Solomon 1:2. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for thy love is better than wine. Song of Solomon 8:6. Set me as a seal upon thy heart, as a seal upon thy arm, for love is strong as death. Jealousy is cruel as the grave. The coals thereof are coals of fire, which hath a most vehement flame. Romans 13:10. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God. And everyone that loveth is born of God and knoweth God. That's 1 John 4:7. 1 John 4:12. No man has seen God at any time. If we love one another, God dwelleth in us, and his love is perfected in us. 2 Timothy 1:7. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. This text reading is from the law, and I'm going to call it Love, a battle hymn. It's Deuteronomy 7, the destruction of nations. When the Lord your God brings you into the land which you're about to enter and possess, and removes many nations before you, the Hittites, Girgashites, Amorites, Canaanites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites, 7 nations more numerous and powerful than you. And when the Lord your God gives them over to you and you defeat them, you shall put them under the ban. Make no covenant with them. Do not be gracious to them. Do not intermarry them, neither giving your daughters to their sons, nor taking their daughters for your sons, for they would turn your sons from following me to serving other gods. And then the anger of the Lord would flare up against you, and he would quickly destroy you. But this is how you must deal with them. Tear down their altars. Smash their shit. Smash their sacred pillars. Smash their sacred pillars. Chop down their Asherahs. That might mean, I'm not sure. Flags, maybe? I don't know. Look it up. And destroy their idols by fire. For you are a people holy to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you from all the peoples on the face of the earth to be a people specially his own. It was not because you're more numerous than all the peoples that the Lord set his heart on you and chose you, for you are really the smallest of all peoples. It was because the Lord loved you And because of his fidelity to the oath he had sworn to your ancestors, that the Lord brought you out with a strong hand and redeemed you from a house of slavery, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Know then that the Lord your God is God, the faithful God, who keeps covenant and mercy to 1,000 generations toward those who love him and keep his commandments, but who repays with destruction to those who hate him. He does not delay in those who hate him, but makes them pay for it. Therefore, carefully observe the commandment and the statutes and the ordinances which I command you today. Blessings for obedience as your reward for heeding the ordinances and keeping them carefully. The Lord your God will keep with you the covenant mercy he promised on oath to your ancestors, and he will love and bless you and multiply you. He will bless the fruit of your womb and the produce of your soil and your grain and your wine and the young of your herds and the offspring of your flocks in the land which he swore to your ancestors he would give you. You will be blessed above all people. No man or woman among you shall be childless, nor shall your livestock be barren. The Lord will remove all sickness from you. He will not afflict you with any of the malignant diseases that you know from Egypt, but will leave them with all those who hate you. Okay. And the word lover. That was what love is. This lover. Lover's in there 25 times. Psalms 88:18. Lover and friend hast thou put far from me, my acquaintance into the darkness. Psalms 38:11. My lovers and my friends stand aloof from my sore, and my kinsmen are standing far off. 1 Kings Hiram was a lover of David. Jeremiah 3:1, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return to her again? Shall not the land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers. Yet return to me again, saith the Lord. Jeremiah 4:30, and when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, thou rentest thy face with painting, makeup, in vain shalt thou make thyself fair, for thy lovers will despise thee, and they will seek thy life. Jeremiah 22:20, go up to Lebanon and cry, and lift up the voice to Bashan, and cry from the passages, for all thy lovers are destroyed. Jeremiah 22:22, lovers are going into captivity. The wind shall eat up all thy pastors, and all thy lovers shall go into captivity. Surely they shall be ashamed and confounded for all their wickedness. Jeremiah 30:14, all thy lovers have forgotten thee, they seek not thee. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy and the chastisement of a cruel one for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. Lamentations 1:2, she weepeth sore in the night, her tears are on her cheeks. Among all her lovers she has none to comfort her. All her friends have dealt treacherously with her and have become her enemies. Cut.